Sarah Browne and Vikash Ramkissoon, two parliamentary secretaries appointed by President Irfaan Ali, will have to wait for an April 20, 2021 decision by Chief Justice Acting Roxane George to know the fate of their continued employment as non-voting members of Parliament. Arguing against the legal challenge mounted by Opposition Chief Whip Christopher Jones, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlall reasoned that the two MPs were appointed and not extracted from the list of candidates, and as such they have every right to sit in the House as non-voting members. Backed by several legal minds in the APNU-AFC coalition, opposition parliamentarian and attorney-at-law Roysdale Ford has argued this to be false. He pointed out that the duo is also named on the governing People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC list of candidates at the 2020 elections, and as such they are elected members. During a virtual court hearing on Tuesday, Ford said while he does not contend the appointment by the President, the two were unlawfully occupying seats in the House since they are elected members by virtue of their names appearing on the list of candidates. Browne is the Parliamentary Secretary to the Amerindian Affairs Ministry, while Ramkissoon is the Parliamentary Secretary to the Agriculture Ministry. The law makes provision for the President to appoint, in addition to seats secured in elections, 4 technocrat members of Parliament and 2 parliamentary secretaries who will not have the same voting rights as elected members who are extracted from a list. It is on this premise that Nandlall has argued that although the two MPs' names appeared on the list, they were appointed and not extracted. His reasoning gave rise to the Chief Justice questioning whether an MP can be an elected and non-elected member at the same time, something he said is certainly possible. To support this point, Nandlall pointed to Article 113 of the Constitution, which governs the appointment of parliamentary secretaries, contending that although being elected members, Browne and Ramkissoon are not MPs on those grounds, but rather became MPs through appointment after being found qualified in that regard. Nandlall also asked the court to disregard a previous ruling by the late Justice Ian Chang that then ministers Winston Felix and Keith Scott cannot hold seats in the National Assembly as technocrat ministers. She has also been asked to depart from the decision, although it was upheld and confirmed by the appellate court. Nandlall has until Wednesday, April 14 to make additional and supporting submissions, after which Ford will respond by April 15, and a judgment is to be handed down at 15 hours on April 20. Among the reliefs being sought from the court is for an order directing the Speaker of the National Assembly to prevent Browne and Ramkissoon from sitting in or participating in the business of the National Assembly.